Thank you so much for doing this interview with me, my friend. As we speak, where are you right now in the world as we are slowly heading into the holiday season, heading into the end of 2021 and going into 2022? Where are you, sir?
Right now I'm in Richmond Hill, Ontario, right here in beautiful country of Canada.
So you've been probably dealing with sort of the same things I have, my friend, in this part of the world for the last going on 3 years now, man. How have you been dealing with the new world, COVID? And not just that, too. For the last, like I said, 2, 3 years, we've seen so many things on the news and social media that for some people, they say open up their eyes. For others, they're saying my eyes have been open all this time. It's just that now y'all finally getting saying something about it. How have you been handling all of these things that have been going on?
I think like everybody else, it's been definitely an adjustment. I know for at the beginning of the pandemic, definitely people were just getting used to not uh, saying hi to people, not that interaction, that human interaction. So at the beginning was definitely an adjustment period. Um, but I think, once the information started coming in, and as you get more informed, I think this is with everybody, as you become more informed, you do your own research here and there with regards to the rollout of how the country has been dealing with it. And as long as you're informed, I think you can make the proper adjustments to it to adjust your life and amalgamate to the new normal, as they call it.
Very true. But during this new normal, man, you've still been able to create music. What has been the drive for you to be able to do this during a tough time, especially when you don't know when you're allowed in? When one moment you're allowed in the studios, the next minute you're not allowed in the studio. Okay, you can be in the studio, but only a certain amount of people are allowed. And then it's like, no, you got to do. It's always changed. How
Yeah, it has.
difficult, or has it been difficult for you in trying to create music during this time?
Well, for me, what's advantageous is the fact that I do all my recording at home. I have a little setup. I record mostly myself and write mostly by myself. I did with one of my singles earlier this year, write with a very talented writer by the name of Christian John, and we did that remotely. But for the most part, I kind of record myself at home. I'm very inclined with the DAW Pro Tools, the digital workshop. So I'm very you know I'm very self-contained. So it hasn't been that difficult. It's actually made me even more creative. I think more self-reflective, more introspective. You kind of have that extra time by yourself. So or with your loved ones. So it's always just good to be able to kind of steal away and kind of be creative and just get into your thoughts and really get in touch with your emotions, and have an outlet to really display that through music. So it's been up and down, but it's been a positive thing. Um, this isolation, just to be able to get creative and figure out, how I want to express myself.
It's been a tough time, but at the same time, there's been a big buzz about you for the last couple of years as the next big thing, especially with the people that you've worked with, the people that you know, and the music that you've put out. How does it feel knowing that you are part of this next generation of stars in Canada who primarily could be taking over the world, man?
Oh, it feels good. Everybody, anyone would feel, uh, very, show and have gratitude for the fact that the work that you put in is now starting to somewhat reciprocate. And I really feel like, you know, the group that I'm working with, I'm with the label, the president, listed as the president for More Jelly Music Group, the visionary, the spearheader, which is Tice More Jelly. And we also have a team of people, Mitzi Andrews, Felix, Araya. They really have come together and really want to make their mark in this industry. We feel like there's a gap, and we want to really put out positive, exciting, um, interesting music to the public here in Toronto and to the world, as you stated. And we feel like we have a place, and we really want to capitalize on the opportunity. So, to answer your question, it feels amazing, you know. I really feel like I have a voice, and I want people to hear what I have to say. I believe that a lot of people, even though there are some really good artists that are talking about this, but I really feel like love has been missing, especially in the urban scene, so to speak. And I want to, let people know that it's good to look for a good girl. Everybody wants that bad chick, and this record on this Christmas it talked about looking for that good girl, that you can bring home to the family and meet under the mistletoe. So that's kind of like what this song's about, and we're really just a positive company, really trying to make an impact in the industry.
Okay, we're gonna get more into the new holiday single. That was just a tease. So,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
want to get into a little bit about your musical career because you come from a bloodline of musical family members. Can you talk about that growing up?
yeah. My mom is actually one of the pioneers of gospel music in London, England. She went to England from Jamaica as a very small child. First, her mom went, as a lot of people with West Indian backgrounds, part of the Commonwealth. So, they went to England for a better life and trying to establish and get some money sent for my mom. My mom went there and kind of really set her roots as far as gospel music is concerned. She's a dynamic speaker. Her name is Pastor McKay, Reverend McKay, and she established herself, sang, her sister sings, and they started a group that sang actually in Wembley Stadium in England. And so when she met my father, came to Canada, migrated to Canada from a very young age, my mom would take me and my brothers into the living room, teach us the scale, teach us the tones and how to sound in key and harmonize. And similar to what you see with the Jackson Five. My mom was old school, so it was a lot of, you know, straightening, so to speak. But we got together, and me and my brothers have an amazing. My younger brother is a vocal trainer, amazing. My sister right now is in New York singing with some of the best and the biggest gospel artists there. My brother's a producer, so we kind of took a trip, went to New York, and that's where we met with and started my musical journey as a writer. Um, I've worked with 50 Cent, Fantasia, Andre 3000, um, Frank Ocean before he was Frank Ocean. Signed with the production company Midi Mafia. One half of Midi Mafia is a Canadian producer by the name of 30 Swift, so we had that connection there, and we just started to kind of build and really spread our roots, so to speak, and try to establish ourselves in the industry. So, like you said, it's been a long road, but it's been a very it's been educational, and I've learned a lot, and I feel like I have something to offer, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it on this Christmas and the records in the upcoming.
Okay, that's our second tease, but we're not going into it just
Okay,
yet.
okay, sorry.
We still need to know about a couple of other things that are going on in your life too, um, because you've put out some great music. Talk about some of the singles that you've put out, especially one that I'll describe the video where basically you and your lady are very comfortable, having a good time, and then was a SWAT team breaks into the house.
Yes, the
What song
FBI
is
breaks in.
that, and what is that one about, sir?
That song is called "Show Me." It's a single that we released just before the fall, and that is still out, and it's really gaining traction, especially on YouTube. But the song, I wrote that song remotely with the very talented writer Christian John, and yeah, it's about you know a lot of times men and women, or whatever partner that you're with, the communication lines can sometimes be blurred. Sometimes you want the other person to just kind of, through osmosis, feel your emotions and know what you're going through. And they might be acting up in a weird way, and you're just like, yo, what's wrong? Like, and so the song is basically a conversation about, the line is, the world's got kind of going crazy. You don't know your head from your toes. You're a confused young lady right now. And it's just kind of like you see her, you know, kind of acting strange. And you just wanted to not just tell you, but show me, tell me what's wrong. and it's kind of like a play off of like the Caribbean way of talking. Yo, show me what's going on. What's going on? Not tell me, but show me. And it's just a conversation. In the video, it's really um, theatrical, and I want people to check it out. Show me. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. Uh, and it just goes with the whole thing of sometimes you could be in a relationship and you really don't know what's going on. You miss all the signs. You think you're doing all the right stuff. You're buying gifts, you're spending time, and the other person might have alternative motives or might feel differently than the way that you feel. So it's kind of encapsulated that whole relationship and the dynamic between she has an agenda and you have an agenda, and you kind of miss the signs because you're so caught up in doing what you feel is right in the relationship.
It's a strong message. And I'm curious though, do you think that those kind of messages in songs are being lost? And the reason why I say that is I'm old school and I grew up where you had your party songs, you had your, dance songs, but you also had those songs that had the message that just went straight to the core when it came to relationships and stuff like that. And I feel like, and this is my personal feeling, opinion, that we barely have enough of that. Do you think we have enough of that? And also, do you think your music can help compensate for what might be missing?
Definitely, 100%. I'm in that same frame of mind as you are. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more variety to kind of balance out. They say that art interprets life, or life interprets art, however way you want to look at it. But I think that us as musicians and as creatives sometimes have a responsibility to kind of maybe guide public. And music is such an important tool. It changes your emotions. You could be in a great mood, just into a sad song, all of a sudden you feel sad. And it can kind of move the way that um, kind of change the way that you move depending on the song that you're listening to. So I feel like just especially the younger people, they need to kind of
Yeah.
have that variety, and that's what I want to bring. I want to let people know that it's okay to be in love. It's okay to love somebody. It's okay to say nice things. It's okay to serenade. It's okay to ask for permission. These are things, even for a female, sometimes. Actually, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were telling me that, you know, a young lady who's brought up in a any kind of, you know, satisfactory to excellent environment is taught to say no. But a lot of times, young men are not taught to say no. We just go through life and just feel like, okay, if it's coming at us, we have to take it. But I think that's important to kind of have that message also. Young men need to be taught that it's okay to say no. What you have is valuable also, and you need to take account of that and know that you want to be with the right person, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants to have fun. Everyone who wants to party, you know, but it's good to kind of take your time, take it slow. And I think that my music can kind of fill that gap or return back to that um, feel of the conversation. You know, there's always a conversation before the action, and that's where I step in that conversation. And also, I can, you know, uh, through my experiences, kind of show, um, what and what not to do, so to speak. I try and keep it as realistic to my life and my experiences.
I'm so happy to hear that because, like I said, I miss the days when there's songs that, you know, made you happy. There are songs that when you were sad, you can cry with because it said
Mhm.
it's okay to cry.
Sure.
Songs that um, talked about your confusion in a relationship and just so many different messages. And I feel like we've lost a lot of that because too many people are busy with the, you know, gotta show the money. And
Hmm.
half the time when I'm hearing the lyrics, I don't even know why this word is with that word because it makes no sense, even though
For
just
sure.
because it rhymes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you took on something else too that is really interesting, and this is what we're going to be getting into because we are in the holiday Christmas season, And a lot of times people love to do renditions, which is no problem with that on some of the great classics. You, my friend, have decided to create your own holiday classic. Let's make this now official. What is the new Christmas song that you have for us, and what is it about?
Well, it's called On This Christmas, and during the Christmas season, it's such a magical time. You can feel the energy. It's palpable as you walk through the malls or you walk through the streets. You see the lights, you see the laughter, the excitement of the children looking for presents and what they want Santa to get them, and the parents stressing out over what they're gonna get their loved ones and so forth. And it could be such a time where an exciting time, but also a depressing time to some people who are alone. And I wanted to really depict that feeling uh, through my creative expression, which is the song On This Christmas. And the song starts off with saying, "I'm looking for a good girl that I can call my own, not caught up in the club life, trying to be a socialite. I've been down that road, been a player, acted shady. One night stands are overrated." So it just goes into that thought process of like, you know what, like this is a time when I'm ready to kind of find someone that is meaningful and can be an addition to my life. And so it just goes into just that feeling of seeing everything that's going on. And in the song, I also say, "Tis the season to fall in love," and it's a beautiful thing when a lot of people, for example, they fall in love on vacation because of the scenery. You're on the beach, the sun, the drinks are unlimited. And I think Christmas can have that effect too. And I just wanted to tap into that with this song On This Christmas.
It's an amazing story. I'm just curious. Are we talking from experience?
I've never fallen in love during Christmas, but I have definitely been in love. And I know that it's just, you fall more in love during the holiday season. I think it's such a family oriented thing. You want to be with somebody that you care about. There's a lot more hugs, a lot more uh, cuddling by the fire. And the mistletoe also is such a romantic staple with Christmas. And I think there needs to be more love songs, more Christmas love songs because of that. It's in the air.
It absolutely is, my friend. It absolutely is. Um, do you have any more new music that's gonna be coming out in 2022?
Well, I do. I have a lot of music. I have an EP that's going to be coming out later in the year. Um, I also am still, we're still pushing Show Me record. We hope that once people get to know me a little bit on this Christmas record, they can return back to Show Me, and we're really going to be doing a really good push with regards to that song. It's a great record. It's a dance record. It's a feel good record. Um, and we have artists that we're also releasing. SBO Swampy, who's extremely talented rapper. Flash Miller, who's an extremely talented rapper. We also have Grimy, and we have Casper TNG. We have a good roster, and as being listed as the president of this company, that's something that is paramount and priority in my mind also. So we have a lot of stuff coming. The company is called More Jelly Music Group. I want everybody to just look out for everything that we're releasing. If you want that love, if you want that serenation, if you want to know about my experiences, you can check me out also, Mykell Messiah. There's a lot of things coming this year or next year, sorry, 2022.
Wait, are you ready to help make the population a little bit bigger? Because from what you're talking about, my friend, with the music you got going, in about 10 or 15 years, you're gonna start having people coming to you and saying, "Look, because of your music, I got bored."
There you go. When you get bored, then you get unbored.
Just curious though, as we're going down this road, but we're gonna go down to the Christmas road. Um, Growing up, what would you say was your favorite Christmas gift as a child?
My favorite Christmas gift as a child is, it's nothing really too special, but I just remember it being kind of a rough year, and as a kid, I think it was during the recession, uh, and we didn't think we were gonna have a lot for Christmas. So my mom was kind of gearing us up. Look, guys, it's gonna be we're gonna have to cook food, but it's not going to be too many gifts. And Christmas Day, we all went to the Christmas tree, and there's a few gifts, and we opened them up, and we were happy. We got something, and we started eating. And after dinner, Mom goes, "Oh, wait a minute! I think there's something else back here." And she pulled out, and it was a tape player. One of those old school tape player that she got a discount somewhere because they're pretty much discontinued at that time. But it could still catch the radio, and she gave it to us, and she's like, "Look, this is all I could have at those." And we were so thrilled that we could listen to the radio in our ears. And I remember just listening to the radio and hearing music, and my family's extremely was extremely religious at that time, so we didn't have access to anything other than gospel music, which was a blessing also. But that was primarily all we could listen to. So getting those headphones in our ears to listen to the radio was like, wow. And I remember going to school and saying, "Oh, guys, did you hear this new song?" And they were like, "This that song's old." I'm like, really?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Now you get to say, "Have you heard this song? It's new. How do I know? I created it."
Exactly, exactly. And it kind of just opened up my eyes to all types of music. That one thing that my mom did. My mom probably, her being a minister, probably sometimes regrets that gift. But she's my family's super supportive, and you know, just the gift of getting together with family um, is the best thing. I have a beautiful family that I come together with, the Lorenzines, the McKays, and they've been so supportive of me and everything that I'm doing. And I just want to shout them out and tell them that I love them. And I'm looking forward to having a great Christmas this year for sure.
All blessings to that. As we wrap up 2021 and we're going into 2022, I've been asking everybody this question. When we went to 2019, when everything really started happening, people were just like, I just need to get to 2020. And
Mhm.
2020 was tough, really hard. In fact, I think it was tougher than 2019. But then we got into 2021, and people wanted to get to that. And the waves were still hitting hard, even though vaccinations and things were going on. People are feeling the same way about 2022. From your experience, what advice can you give folks who are anxious about 3, 2, 1 Happy New Year, expecting everything to change immediately? But as you know, things take time for whatever positivity that you want to happen, to what you want to see and what you want to feel sometimes. What advice can you give?
I can just tell people, the same thing that I tell myself, and that is just focus on the little things. Focus on community, focus on family, and just being grateful that you do have someone that you care about and that cares about you. Um, so many people have lost so much over these last 2 years, like you said, whether it's a loved one or um, employment. And so it's important just as they say, stop and smell the roses, or, and just kind of be grateful for everything you have. Have a great family. Um, Also, Tyson Moore Jelly, I want to really pinpoint him. He's been such a support to me, such a friend, and a motivator as somebody who really has a vision for what we're trying to do as a company. And I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for just being able to wake up in the morning. Someone said this the other day. I was listening to somebody, and they were saying that if someone was going to give you $6 million today, but you wouldn't wake up tomorrow, would you take it? And they're like, no way. And so your life is more valuable than any amount of money that you can possibly get. So, sometimes you want to just take focus off of, like, I gotta get this, I gotta get that, and just appreciate that you have time to to spend with those that you love.
Amen to everything you've said again. Thank you so much, sir, for this interview. Congratulations on the new holiday single. Congratulations on the new music. Looking forward to new music in the new year. And just curious, are you going to be doing any shows in the new year?
Uh, I hope to be doing a lot of shows. Just hit me up on, or anybody who's interested in looking into me. I'm on Instagram. at Mykell Messiah. I'm on TikTok, Mykell Messiah. I'm on YouTube, Mykell Messiah, and I also have mykellmessiah.com, which is my website. So you can be informed of all that I'm doing. There's going to be a lot of shows. I love to sing. I have a great live show. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. And hopefully, Rudy, I'm looking forward to seeing you too. I appreciate you, brother. You're such a, I want to say this, you are such an inspiration to many of us here in Toronto growing up and knowing that there's other options and other avenues that we can also aspire to and make an impact in our community. And I want to thank you very much for everything that you've done over the years and you continue to do for people of all walks of life. And I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. All the best for you and your family. And crossing fingers, you and I will be talking one on one in 2022. Take care and thank you again.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.